Welcome back to the deep dive. We've all been there, right? You're scrolling online and you see a deal that just seems, well, impossibly good.
And that feeling, that little bit of excitement mixed with suspicion, that's exactly what we're breaking down today.
We're taking a specific case, a review of this online store called Heatrobe.store, and we're going to use it to build a universal checklist for you.
Yep. The mission is pretty simple. Give you the tools to spot the red flags on any site in, just a few minutes.
Ugh.
Turn this one case into a lesson for everything else.
Okay, let's start right on the product page. What is the very first thing, the immediate sign that a deal might be too good to be true?
It's always the price.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the disparity. If a site is selling something, say a luxury item like those heaters on Heatrobe, for like 60 or 70% less than everywhere else.
That's not a sale.
Exactly. That's not a sale, that's a warning. That kind of discount just isn't possible for a legitimate retailer. It's a seismic red flag.
Right. If you're saving that much, you're probably about to lose everything. But, okay, let's say the price is tempting. What about the images? They can look really professional.
They can, because they're often stolen. Scam sites don't have the products to photograph, so they just lift images from other places.
So how do we spot that?
Look for things that are just a little off.
Right.
Maybe the resolution is poor, or you see different products with wildly inconsistent backgrounds, or the photos might be cropped weirdly, to cut out a watermark.
Ah, okay. So we're suspicious about the product itself. Now we need to check out the actual company. What are the absolute must-haves on an About Us page?
You need verifiable transparency. I mean, a real company name, a physical street address, and that's key. A street address, not a P.O. box, and maybe some history about the business.
And what about contact info? I've heard the email address can be a dead giveaway.
It's huge. You're looking for a working phone number and a proper business email.
Wait, on the email thing, a lot of small businesses start out using Gmail or something similar. Why is that an immediate red flag?
That's a fair question. But if you're claiming to sell, high-end luxury goods, you're expected to have professional infrastructure.
You mean something like sales@heatrobe.store, not a generic one?
Exactly. Not heatrobestore@gmail.com. Using a free service suggests either a total lack of investment or, more likely, they're trying to stay anonymous. And you should take that address they list and pop it into Google Maps.
You actually do that?
All the time.
Yeah.
I once found a supposed warehouse that was actually a public laundromat in Idaho. It happens more than you'd think.
That's amazing. Okay, but all of this is info on their site, which they can fake. We need outside proof.
Right, so you have to completely ignore any reviews or testimonials on their website. They are meaningless.
So where do you go?
You search for them on neutral external platforms. Think Google Reviews, Trustpilot, SiteJabber. With Heatrobe, there was just nothing. Silence.
And no news is not good news here.
No, it's a huge warning sign. An absence of reviews is just as bad as 100 terrible ones, especially if the site claims to be popular.
And we can actually check the site's age with a domain checker tool, right? Why is a new site so risky?
Well, it's the combination of things. A domain that was created, say, in the last 6 months and has 0 external reviews. That is the classic profile of a pop-up scam.
They just set it up to grab cash and then disappear.
Precisely. They operate for a few weeks, collect payments, and then the site vanishes.
So the core lesson here seems to be that you really have to do the work. You can't just hope for a miracle price.
Yes. Every check is part of a safety net. And you have to weigh the cost of that research, 5 minutes? Against the cost of trying to get your money back from a company that doesn't exist.
That really frames it perfectly. And it leaves us with one final thought for you to consider.
It's not just about prevention. Maybe the final check before you click buy should be asking yourself, if this all goes wrong, do I even know what steps I would take to try and recover my money?
Thinking about the cure before you get the disease, that might be the best protection of all.